Hello guys, today we're gonna make a video. It's actually pretty late. It's like 10 and a half. So let's just kind of make it quick. So today we're going to explain the biology of the Grumbles and the genome of the Gloombats. So let's just start. Gloombat genome. So the Gloombats are hybrids, as you know, and we're trying to confirm what they are from and where the traits come from. The DNA where the traits come from being moths, bats, and others. So actually they're only bats and moths, not others. I later realized. Main genomes. Moth seems to be the plant hopper parasite moth. For most of the body, including wings, main body, legs, and antenna, glowing eyes, to grow up fast, to be attracted to light, to be parasitoid. Seems to be a bumblebee bat, but the size is probably larger. Tooth and nose. Teeth and nose, I mean, to grow up like an embryo and to stay in the egg longer. The hate light. Others. The size of the gloomat is way bigger than the two base genomes we find in design. We think it's from a larger bat species like like giant golden crowned flying fox, the biggest living bats. We also we also see sometimes gloomats swim or lay eggs underwater, which some moths can do, More specifically, the Petrophilia moth. Teamwork in DNA. So some DNA come from combination to make a new instincts. I found two, being birth and light interaction. So let's start with light interaction. Light interaction. Moths are attracted to light, but bats hate light. With these two combined, it means destroy light. However, this also makes them vulnerable to a predator called the figure. Birds. This is where things get interesting. Moths lay eggs and grow up fast. Some moth eggs can even survive underwater. Bats, however, are mammals and grow up like an embryo and get born after 6 to 9 weeks, some even 40 to 180 days. 40 to 180 days. Glumats hatch after a long time and start from a small egg. That 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 larger grows or outstretches, but stay in the egg even as adults until they decide to hatch or get stepped on, to which makes them hatch. Whole genome. The plant hopper parasite moth for base, bumblebee slash kitty hog's nose, bat fanged nose, giant golden crown flying fox for size, Petrophylla moth for aquatic adaptations. So that was all for the Gloombat. Let's go to the next. Grumble biology. Well, what things we are researching here are life cycle, infection, behavior slash instincts, mating and birth, and individual and roles. So let's make it quick. Life cycle. So I believe the giggle isn't the first life stage. I mean, it's possible, but it probably has too many teeth and eyes, and it's what people theorize. So I accept it. They probably grow. So what people theorize is that giggle isn't the first life stage. So I accept it actually. They probably grow one arm each stage, or maybe two arms in some. The growl entity has 7 arms, but Screech have 6. Too many for giggles and too less for growls. So there's probably something in between. So guppy, giggle, unaffected screech, growl, grumble. So it starts with guppy and the giggle, and then if we take the goop off the screech, like a bald screech or something, and the growl, and then finally the grumble. Let's go to the next. Infection. As you know, screech is an infected organism of the grumble species. but it's larger than a giggle. But it's larger than a giggle and has more eyes. More eyes. The secondary eyes are likely covered or maybe the secondary eyes are likely even covered or maybe even blinded. So the secondary eyes are covered by the goop or even blinded. The goop has been seen so many times, and belongs to the entity Seek. Behavior slash instincts. They are obviously eusocial, living in a colony and having a queen. They are probably also territorial and defensive, maybe even cannibalistic to giggles, being a possible reason why giggles aren't in a nest. They are light sensitive and aggressive creatures. Giggles ambush by jumping from the ceiling. Mating and birth. It is possible that there is one female being the queen and the other four being males. The babies that get born probably leave the nest immediately, possibly to avoid getting eaten. They are probably the apex predators of the mines, even when babies. As figure, even when babies, as Figure and Seek are invasive to the mines. They probably had no problem in the mines or maybe even in the castle. Swarmers. Individuals and rules. Swarmers are termite individuals. This picture is not a swarm, by the way. These are workers, I think, or soldiers, or collectors. I don't know. A male swarmer mates with a female swarmer, and they turn to king and queen. I think a queen giggle looks for four male giggles to mate with them and build a nest while growing up with each other. And the offspring leave the nest right after they're getting born. Dev's ideas. Red Bulls made a theory about how the queen was made himself. About how the queen was made himself. In my opinion, I wouldn't say it's the best theory. It doesn't explain why younger individual species are out of that nest, and it was not. And if it was not female, I don't know how they reproduce. I don't know how they reproduce, since egg cells are the most important thing in it. In any, are the most important thing in any animal to make an offspring, even in parthenogenesis. But I guess supernatural can fix everything. But so it's possibly I'm wrong. It's possible I'm wrong. So if you want to read it, pause because I'm not reading all that. These animals are not normal. So every animal indoors you see is not normal. Timothy is like a house spider, but jumps like a jump spider and has thin moldy legs. And spiders get thin moldy legs by disease caused by fungus in a damp environment, which is not healthy. But Timothy is also being intelligent. Louis is a rat is a rat with a star-nosed mole nose. No nose. So Timothy is probably a hybrid between a house spider and a home spider, which is pretty weird. I mean, Timothy's a hybrid between a house spider and a jump spider. And Louis is a hybrid between a rat and a star-nosed mole, a brown rat, I think. Cats can eat bread without any malnutrition risk, which every bird in the animal kingdom gets when eating bread. There's a lot going on, either being hybrids or supernatural or maybe even both. This was the end of the video. So I discussed a lot, but here's the end. If you want more videos like this, please subscribe and make sure to watch the previous video of Outdoors Entity Biology. Bye.